Hey, it's Zane here and welcome back. Hope you've had a great day. Late Monday here. I thought I'd get this video out. I want to thank you for joining me. It's been quite a chaotic day on the Australian stock market. The ASX hemorrhaged some 112 billion, I believe, today, which represents the single largest fall in a single day for the past 5 years. And so there's a lot of uncertainty out there for people who are in the markets. There's a lot of talk and commentary doing the rounds today that when the US market opens in a matter of hours time that we could see a Black Monday. And so, you know, these are really interesting times. But for me, I'm not stressed about any of this. And even though Bitcoin pulled back a little today, you know, I'm very, very calm about what's going on because I know the value of the asset that we hold in Bitcoin. And I'm so thankful that I understood the power of decentralization some years ago. And I've just been advocating this, you know, to anybody who's prepared to listen. And I just think that this is the little understood part of Bitcoin that we really need to be focused on right now, because I believe that chaos is coming. I believe that what's happening in the markets right now is just the beginning. I realize a lot of this uncertainty and anxiety in the markets has a lot to do with these tariffs that President Trump is imposing throughout the world. But, you know, essentially I believe that that's going to prove to be a good thing personally. And the reason I think that is because America sold out a lot of its manufacturing and its jobs many years ago, some decades ago, and Australia has done the same. And I don't believe that either country is any better off for it. And you only need to talk to our parents and our grandparents and remember the days when so many of the items that we now take for granted were actually made in our own countries. But not today. Of course, we sold out. We became a part of this globalist agenda. And there's no reason when you have a country that has all of the natural resources and the ability to grow its own food and the farming, you know, we have the ability to be fully self-sufficient, and we don't need to sell out and to be a part of these globalist agendas where deals are done behind closed doors by these politicians, where the people really have no say in what goes on. And this has been going on for way too long. Bitcoin was created as the world's first truly global free market. And so you and I have an opportunity to opt out of this bullshit system, this Ponzi scheme, this fiat debt-based collapsing chaotic system, and to jump on this Bitcoin life-raft, to be a part of a system of integrity and trust and truth. And this is what Bitcoin really truly represents, and it is not spoken about enough. The more chaos that happens, the more we need to lean in to the Bitcoin life raft, the more we need to double down on our conviction in Bitcoin. We need to be a part of a decentralized system, the separation of money from state. And I believe that very, very smart people who haven't yet woken up to the power of Bitcoin and what it truly represents, because they don't think that they need it, they're going to soon see that it was a major mistake to overlook Bitcoin. And I believe that you're going to see billions, if not trillions of dollars flooding towards Bitcoin at a great rate of knots, because people are going to be looking for an escape from this chaos. And, you know, today is just another red flag of what's coming. A lot of people, when 2008 happened, a massive band-aid was put over it. The perpetrators of handing out toxic loans, creating all this inflation and all this debt, all these lenders that were all playing this game of handing out toxic loans to the world to people who couldn't afford it, and then rehypothecating and you know, adding extra leverage and just creating all of this extra debt in the system. And then when it all finally collapsed, the lender of last resort stepped up and bailed them out. And so essentially the criminals got bailed out, and the people who were just innocently trying to do the right thing and just live their life basically got left holding the bag. And this is what has been going on, for the longest time. But 2008, we saw the system break. Gradually, it's been limping along. Gradually, we've been sort of going about our business, not really paying much attention. Then, of course, 2020 happens. We see another major crisis. And then they've created pretty much double the inflation in the past 5 years since 2020. And now we're about to see another crisis. And so I hope that you're paying attention. I hope that you're recognizing Bitcoin for what it is. It is a life raft. Don't pay any attention to the exchange rate between the worthless, inflationary, unlimited fiat dollar and Bitcoin. You have to understand that Bitcoin is digital scarcity, is digital gold. It is something that you own. One Bitcoin will always be equal to one Bitcoin. 100,000 or 100 million or 10 million Satoshis will always be equal to 10 million Satoshis. And so we're going to see a great decoupling where Bitcoin really stands up and announces itself as the separation of money from state. This is what's coming next. And so for anybody who's still 100% attached to the centralized, debt-based, sinking financial Titanic, I'd simply implore you to learn about Bitcoin as quickly as you can, get enough wisdom and insight and conviction to at least take the first step, and then just make sure that you get on board this life raft as quickly as you can. Once you do that, you're then going to be compelled to start learning more. And the more I learn about Bitcoin, the more I realize that this is the way forward in this chaotic system that we're a part of that really is never going to end now. There is so much debt in this system. The system is terminally ill, and the only solution is to separate yourself from it. Some believe in gold and silver. They're definitely worthwhile assets to hold in part. But, if things get really chaotic and they start to unravel, my question to you is, how do you take, 2, 3, 400,000, 500,000, $1 million worth of gold? How do you take that with you in a hurry across borders? That's really a question that you need to consider. Gold is very difficult to verify. Bitcoin, it's the most verifiable asset on earth. Everything is authenticated on the blockchain. Thousands of nodes all work together to verify and authenticate every single transaction. And when you own your private keys, when you take Bitcoin into self-custody, the way that Bitcoin was designed to be managed, then you are your own bank. You are separated from the system. You are autonomous. You are self-sovereign. You have the ability to take your wealth with you at a moment's notice without any counterparty, without any permission required. Completely portable, decentralized wealth that you have to take with you at any time. You are separated from the system. You are protected. And so this is really important. And, this morning I actually tuned into an interview, a podcast on G'day Bitcoin with Sean Clark. Hey there, Sean. Great work you're doing, mate. If you're not already tuned into Sean Clark's channel, please tune in. He's one of these Aussies that's really out there, pioneering, leading the charge for Australia. And today he had Tony Yazbek back on his channel for the second time in about a month or something like that. And this is the impact that Tony has. Tony is the founder of the Bitcoin Way. He was caught up in the Lebanese banking crisis of 2019. And Tony explains in a very articulate and passionate way on this interview how, some 30 years ago, Lebanon was a beacon of security when it came to the banking system. 30 years ago, Lebanon was recognized as one of the most trusted and secure banking systems in the world. And of course, in 2019, the whole system collapsed and people lost their life savings. And He talks about the ramifications of that, how it led him to do what he's doing now, helping people with cybersecurity, protecting their wealth through Bitcoin, becoming self-sovereign. So these are times where we have to be thinking about this stuff. If you're not already doing that, it's one thing to buy Bitcoin, it's one thing to take that first step, but the most important steps are to become self-sovereign, to take self-custody, and to realize that Bitcoin is a separation system. It is the separation, the decentralization, the opportunity for you to be your own bank and to be in complete control of everything that you've worked so hard throughout your life to acquire. Because one thing's for sure, those who run this system, they're going to do everything that they can to steal your wealth from you. And we're seeing the red flags for that already. We're seeing the signs of that already. We know that retirement accounts throughout the world are under attack. The stock market is not safe. So yeah, just let this be I guess a wake-up call for you if you're not already thinking this way, that it's time to really take stock of where you're at and to start decentralizing part of your life wherever you possibly can, so that you become autonomous and self-sovereign. This is Zane signing out. I want to leave it there today. I've got to get home, but I wanted to put the video out there. Please let me know your thoughts on what's going on. It's going to be very interesting to see what unfolds tomorrow in the US markets. But again, I'm not that concerned about what's going on in the markets, because I'm more than happy being on this life raft. And the more this stuff happens, the more I'm convicted to continue on this journey, to share it with others, because this is just the beginning. So again, let me know your thoughts. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to share this content with anybody you care about, who you think may be interested in it. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Zane signing out. Bye for now.